I'm gonna redeem myself. Once I hear the Doti, we are turning it off. I am not even joking. I am not going to do that to myself. Call me staying in my comfort zone. Worst part, I don't even know where I would start carrying a beat. I don't think I've ever heard English.
Wait.
On the Lopombo
that's
beats
why
of
we
yours.
must start now. That's why we're adding a new sound, a sound wave. That's how we make this shit go international.
No, you see, this sounds like a crypto scam right in the making.
I'm telling you, bro.
I'll tell you the other time when I was going, it was like my first paycheck straight out of uni from my first call center gig. I was taking my hand out on a anniversary date, right? So I met her there in Jozi, climbed the taxi. Yes, guys.
For you guys,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So
niggas are gonna be wondering why was I very sure Uber.
Yeah. You know when people just see you in life and they just think, this nigga has always had this shit. I
don't think so, bro. You're black, father. You know you're South African.
Nah, dog. There's like sometimes when I'm even like, I could notice some people at work, they think it's no one. No, it's not to say that you didn't. No, everyone could say, I grew up like I grew up fine. I grew up, but like I grew up
really soft.
Yeah, man. Like Dave Chappelle says, I grew up good enough for my parents to make me poor around white kids. I was just but anyway, then these kids, man, I'm going back to the cryptos thing. They're like sitting there, I don't know, bro. They're talking about Forex, right?
What crypto?
Like no, we're talking when I said that crypto scam thing, it made me think about these Forex kids. So we climbed the taxi and they had the back of us.
You and your wife.
Yeah, right?
Back at you and your wife in the car.
It was my hand at that time.
Yes, your hand.
Yeah.
In the quantum.
It was a CIA. We need to tackle CIAs.
It was a CIA.
So after that, these niggas, you can even ask, they were like, yeah, man. And I love the drive. Yeah. The drive was like, man, we need to make this, man, so we can help our moms. They were in that grind, bro. And I could tell why was such a nice girl? Like they in school, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm just thinking, that's why I'm saying, bro, the way you was just speaking, when people won't make this, and I'm like, yo, man, charismatic figures, no, man.
But the argument could be made that
no, man,
at least it's giving the youth some hope,
No, there is hope. I don't mind that. It's just
because how the youth ends up turning into criminals is.
No, I don't. I'm not disputing that. I'm just thinking that, man, there has to come into this education. Like we need to start educating people. Or man, in life, the game
there are many educated people.
But anyway, man, let's not do this thing that we argued about last week already. Okay. Stop trying to drag into 5 minutes and then you're gonna do your intro. Let's not do this again.
All right. Yes, man. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast that no one really knows of, Third Avenue, aka
Tap.
And this is your boy Vinny
and Hussein, the man, the GOAT. No, so the reason I wanted to just like surprise you, that's why I didn't want to tell you the intro.
Didn't say Hussein the man.
Yeah, the GOAT.
Nigga, you messed it up so.
Oh, really? No, but my wife was hating on it because she was like, she's been calling me man. So the other time she said man in the car. So as we were driving, I was like, I'm gonna go on Third Avenue and I'm gonna be like, and it was Hussein the man, the GOAT.
You're messing it up.
Oh, you already did.
I knew this is why I was like,
I didn't think it was gonna be man, but you tell it man. The GOAT.
When you're about to slaughter it,
bro. For the white audience, yes, don't take this part. Cover your ears. But like, yeah, man.
Actually, I find that offensive. Why do we say white people don't like seeing animals being slaughtered?
No, you know why?
Do you know what they do? They do worse. they stalk the animal, right? They stalk it for like a couple of hours. And then they put a scope, and then he breathes in. He says, "I got him right in the eye, right in the eye."
I think I'm not even this. They don't understand, especially when it comes to cultural, also in Islam as well. That shout out Eid Mubarak to the ones. I think today is the last day for. Oh, it actually ended with us because it's after Maghrib. Yeah. So Eid Mubarak to everyone else out there. But anyway, I think they don't understand that when we slaughter, we don't just kill this thing like an animal. Like the rituals, we pray, we understand that you are feeding us and we appreciate that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas some people, I'm not gonna just say it's white people, like some people just make these things seem like they don't serve a purpose.
You mean vegans, bro?
I don't know.
But I feel like a vegan.
You know what? To be fair, I'm not gonna give the veganism chat like a spotlight, because I will say when I was around, particularly some homies, but like white friends, I'll make an exception. Yeah, but I'll be like, you know what? I get you. You want to do the veganism? I appreciate you. But I don't want to crap on anyone who's a vegan or a vegetarian. And I'm not going to argue with you because there are a whole lot of shit going on in the world for me to argue about what you do. You do you, bro. Yeah, fact, like, bro. I'm not even going to sit here and argue and be like, oh my God. Like, bro, a lot has happened before people argued about that.
Did you I think what you just said, where you, like, I feel like now the older that as time is going on, right? I won't lie to you, bro. Like, I can't, like, Joey D says it the most. Man, no one gives a fuck who you sleeping with, or what the hell you, or which political party you support. I don't understand. Because you genuinely have your own problems, man.
Yeah, dog.
Come falling now, party because this niggas. You know, I'm like, bro, you can.
I think
you can't. For me, like, I'm a hater. Like, I'm not
hating.
I'll be hating on vegans all the time. So, oh, don't start me off with the environmentalists. But the truth is, I can't take that. I can't take it to a point where I feel like
I think with it, it's like it sucks because we all know these things are not necessarily
they're non-issues.
No, there's not that it's not an issue. If the environment, like we've had arguments about on the pod before, but arguably if the environment is being harmed, it's not necessarily been harmed by us individuals in society every day. It is the big corporations which we fund, and we want those particular stuff at like fast fashions, iPhones, and all these stuff, right? Yeah. But in the same light, we're like, oh, the environment, but we fund it, right? This paradox of a thing where we're looking at it and we're like, this is wrong, and it is. And I'm saying I am for like the innovation of like, yo, let's see what we can do, right? Because it's funny because these are the same people who say the environment is Elon. I'm looking at you. You'll talk about the environment and say your Teslas do that, and then you launch rockets up and down, failing, and then just carbon emissions. Like fuck, yo, dude. Because last time I checked, you know what I mean. And then you make us feel like
really a real check. Like. I remember watching a show called The Ranch, right?
Yeah.
It's by
Ashton Kutcher, yeah.
And there's his father on the show. I think his name is Bo, right?
Yeah.
And I remember he's a true stern Republican. He says, and he said a line that I started to think about for a very long time. He said, you see, NASA is a waste of government resources. And when he said it, I started to think, bro, can we be honest? What Elon Musk is doing is a waste of our time. Bro, no one...
So many things that on planet Earth.
Like, I don't there's no one wants to go to Mars, bro. And no one is going to go to Mars. Like, then we're not going to
go to Mars. Like, that's...
No, this is borderline. We have to be honest. This is when rich people are just bored with their money. We're just going to go to a random place where there's no laws. You know how long it took to establish societal norms here
Dog. And then
All
they
these things that
they
we
all forgetting that there's always the guy
Man,
who
niggas used
doesn't.
to just kill each other for
I
vibes.
know. Like I play Red Dead, but okay, in Red Dead at least.
No, at least they were still
Is
getting
but
to the
anyway,
core.
bro, we
I
so
was still going to do the Lukompo. Wabona.
so Vinny said
Yeah,
we
man.
must go for Lukompo.
Yeah, man, check the shit. What's going on?
So I don't know. I think I'm gonna just
represent your home, mfana.
yeah. So I don't know how horrible this is gonna go. I don't even know. Why is it not playing?
Maybe wait. I'm gonna wait and check out slow motion. Yes. The revenue, Baba. Ruila I am fit.
This is about to be horrible.
Check. I'm fit.
I don't even.
No, they was to end them for 15 minutes.
But this beat is 4 minutes, by the way.
Remo Mahue.
Hey.
Barchala Bayan.
Yeah.
Richavanyana.
Yeah.
Rumona Basan.
Hey.
Barli Village.
Yeah.
Linyaga. Kinala Sadi man. Yamana man, Waka Runya ko Chaiva.
Hey.
Teleja Trekam Pana, you want Zeba. Dula, Rolele, Buffet Java, Chaiva, Awards and Dora. We back again with the English. We rapping everything, killing. Shit, look out, Fana. Terram Paka. Hey, Gaslight Sacrificer. Hey, chopping Dana. Hey, Japanese.
Barre, unyo kobolela. You don't even need to rhyme on this type of music. Cargo Sancho Uno Bolela Masipa Fela Ma Rimo Josie Rinyaka Mali Rimo Josie. This is going so horrible, but I'm gonna do my best cause Ginam Fana Wako Limpopo.
Kini Apple, kini iPhone, wata ama kila. Ay. Pampanos ka mo nang itis village. Pampona ka wala na fanda history di bus. Bari, what do you want to your baby kinaka case? Barkoto, bargingi. Si Bariga. Everything is going down, is party lit, fires, shiny. 105 mfana kwalimpopo mfana to wancheche rudianga moka.
Aisha, let's say welcome back to Third Avenue. Nam Shimanwalena, Walempopo, Kedonobola Garikobola Thobela FM. Shout out to everyone for listening to the subscribers. We're reporting live.
30 subscribers.
30 subscribers. About Sable Muna. Retaber Blaster Music Limpopo. So Teleje, Rutonobola Masipanyana, Ruto Chilanyana, Mara
We are taking it to overseas.
Hey, we are taking it to overseas. I'ma switch the beat so I can
read. Coming now.
Hey.
We breaking up the sea.
Hey.
Tell them to chillax, baby. Don't you see me?
Hey.
I'm proving in pussy like a movie.
Hey.
Oh yeah, baby. It is something crazy.
Hey.
I think this must have been my best performance.
Yeah.
Off the dome, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you had like this whole, you were listening.
Yeah.
And you blindsided me. Hi guys. I need to redeem myself. I can't go out like that.
Bro, just let it go. You can redeem yourself next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I feel like I didn't even contribute anything, bro. I barely said anything, bro.
Times I did not even contribute a single thing.
I said literally.
You were ad-libbing, bro.
Like, yo, dog, I don't even know what was going on, bro. I was just like sitting here. I felt, hey man, it says something about my Africanism, bro.
This nigga, bro. Exactly.
Like, dog, I need to like start supporting local.
Wabon.
Yeah?
Fana, this is not a good look for you, honestly, Mfana.
Hey,
First the
man.
denials of being vendor, now
And now I can't even rap.
Steel wa bumper. Whatever you want to run, nigga. Aight, man. Do what you gotta do, man.
Hey. Hey. Samaya. Rapper Mongom. Samaya.
Gone.
Fotek. Samaya.
Gone.
Fotek. Samaya.
Gone.
Hey, la tseba hore bashimane ba ba ratotsa makamane na ke tshama ka fane ka re ke nyako tšhelete. I just am trying to get this money. Ke nna mfana wa tswako kasi mara you guys wanna act like you just so for the motherfucking so fussy. People wanna say they really wanna be like mommy. I don't even know, do you know the ladies calling me papi kadala mfana neke nyechi mara kare banyatsa. Eish, bare na khonu ko repa ka Setswana mara ke repi ka Setswana ke bolela Sepedi. People say I'm trying to get, man, I'm feeling like I'm getting lightheaded, feeling like I really wanna get the bread. Now I made it, feeling like I wanna come up now. Shout out to all the young kids doing it, feeling like you niggas viewing it.
Yeah, check it.
It's
The boy
actually
was just
done,
back
bro.
again rapping some crazy shit. But now, man,
Yeah,
beat is
man.
done.
Yeah, beat is done.
Man, I dropped my locombo. Let's go Lumpopo Street. I can see change my nigga. Let's see
So this is like your
You shot that love, mfano. I want that love in your next episode. I have a glove, mfano. I'm telling you, man.
dog, yo.
Yeah,
It was
man.
fun. I feel like you were killing it,
Yeah, man, I love that.
You were having fun. It was not that I was like I was literally in awe. I was like, yo, this nigga's like he has this whole lock thing. And I know I've heard it before. You know, with Shabba shit where there's no rhymes.
There's no
But
rhymes,
the way he's saying it,
He's
nah,
saying it
Bidi
seems
Antabela, man, the beat is just running away. Like, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, brother. Because in my brain, it's like, that's why you had like this whole reference thing in your head.
Yeah.
And my reference is like Thobela FM. You understand? I can hear me speaking over it, like, oh yeah, this is happening.
Yeah.
But I can't hear me sitting there for real, dog.
I think, because I think you just never listened to the music like that before.
Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
As an adult, how hard is it to listen to music?
Like, it's mad hard. Like, bro,
dude.
like even the only reason why I'm such a big podcast guy, like people, I know certain podcasts and all of that. That's just because I have a long commute to work.
Yeah,
like, bro, if it wasn't for that, like, I do, like, there are podcasts that I like to watch. I would definitely still watch McG. I would watch The Brilliant Idiots because I watch it every weekend. But there are like certain things, like, you know, like, now I get these, like, basically, if I had to come across a podcast like our podcast, I'll add it to my lineup. You know,
damn, you drive, fam.
Yeah, bro, I'll just add it to my lineup so like I would know that, okay, you know, today is Tuesday.
For me, it's like, because I speak to you before on my days when I go into the office, I speak to you like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably then I have like 10 minutes. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. You call me when I'm just really vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this nigga, why couldn't he let this Ngoma finish, you know? It's just like, dog.
No, but you see, that's why I don't call you while I'm still driving.
Yeah, you full of shit, dog.
I only call you
because it's actually better to call me that time, because then we know that we can actually have a longer conversation than when you're in the office.
No, that's true.
Because once you're in the office, that's when it's like time. Because there's so many things in there. Like my hand will ask me, "Did you ask your brother about this?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
You never know.
You know what I mean? And I talk to you every day.
But you know, I appreciate that, bro. Like, I never thought, like, I really appreciate having the fact that I can speak to you, like, every day, even though, like, there's nothing much to, like, no, I can't say there's nothing much.
Just tell me the key ones.
I feel like if I tell the key ones, bro, the
last ones. Don't.
Okay.
This podcast, by the way, before we go down, this podcast is brought to you from Suzuki, not sponsored.
Yes.
If you guys are wondering what car we're shooting in, it is the 2023. It's a 2023.
It's a 2024.
You bought it.
I think they released 2 models in 2024. The one that we saw, the one that
really?
we see now. Yeah.
Suzuki Swift,
Yeah.
Cherry. Best starter pack car, not arguably. But anyway, guys, it is not sponsored. Just wanted to tell you guys actually what we're recording in. I don't think people know, dog.
Yes, but now,
like no one actually
recording.
like you're just sitting here.
But at the same time, you don't want to expose our location, you know.
No, I'm not exposing the location.
You don't know.
I'm winking. They know why. You know why I'm saying it. The ones who know.
What? Why are you winking? What do you mean?
Nigga, I'm trying to get us a sponsor.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. But no one's... man. You know what, man?
Wouldn't you like a bunch of idiots giving you advice on a necessary thing that they use every day?
Yes.
That's
and we're looking at it. I am a professional driver at this point. You know the distance I travel. I can tell you that it's I mean, what's the point if you're going to tell me you bought a nice car so you can just travel 15 minutes?
You need to. They need
to understand the comfortability of driving.
They just need to know the idiocy of the scratches you're gonna get on your car, and then explaining it to someone like, yo, what happened there?
Oh, bro.
So I have one in my car. Let's talk about dents on your vehicle.
Yeah.
And that day, dog, came into the office. I was blasting music.
I feel like music is the reason.
No, I was feeling saucy.
Yeah.
Because you know why? It's really important for me to go into the office heavy hitting. Even now, when I pull up into the office and I check in, just for control, even if I don't want to, I blast music to remind you I will never sell out. But, dog, so I'm going in, it's I reverse, right? Now, there's one thing that's actually quite hard when you first drive a vehicle. And I think even if you're going to drive it for many years, you don't actually know how far in the front you're far from something.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I go to the front.
No, continue, bro. I just feel like my video, my thing wasn't recording.
Don't say that.
Legit, it stopped 18 minutes ago. Continue, bro.
What do you mean, bro? That means
it recorded until 18 minutes into the pod.
Damn. So
no, I'm lying,
nigga.
This thing recorded for 1 minute.
Are you telling me you never had?
And 41 seconds.
You never had audio from like the freestyle?
From the beginning, bro.
Anyways, this is gonna be so hard in post.
Bro, you're gonna have to figure it out, bro.
Cause you know what usually, just for the people who don't know, what I started recently doing is actually adding the beat backtrack
on top,
in post, so you guys can have a better listening experience. But I don't think you guys give a shit anyway. Yeah. So going back. So I'm like, alright,
this
cool.
This is the worst time to have ever a technical issue, you know? Especially like now that people are actually watching this pod here and there. You know, back in the days in the earlier episodes.
Hey man, welcome to anyone, you know. This is like a first time. Let me explain the process to people watching. Guys, we are on a journey. Just like a first time parent. We're gonna fuck up. You're gonna forget your kids at school one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just gonna do those things, and these technical errors and these things that we're gonna put you on. It's just gonna happen. You know what I mean?
But does it make you a crap parent when you do leave your kid at school?
Yeah, it makes you a shitty parent. I think it does.
Nah, you can't blame
me. No. You know why?
No.
I don't think it makes you a shitty parent. It just makes it feel that we have to. Man, you are straying away from the story of me trying to tell you how I got the car scratched.
Oh yes, we were talking about dents, and we got distracted by an unaudible. And I was talking so nicely,
bro. Anyway.
And now my whole now my compo thing is just gonna sound whack.
Yeah,
but I was killing.
Yeah, damn, I came back a little bit of choking out, but anyway.
It is what it is, man.
So like I'm pulling up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm playing some A$AP Rocky, hijack. So I'm like, so when I go to the front, I'm like, let me turn. And you know, just in the front.
Yeah.
You know, when you just reverse.
You have to put the volume down.
You check. You're like, alright, cool, I reverse. And I'm like, you know what? This is not gonna spoil my day. Go in. And this was like graduate training. The whole day just holding this. Just because they would do a check-in. How you guys doing? Great. When they left, I was like, and as we were leaving, I was like, hey man, I scratched my car in the front, you know? So, you know, just like telling people, guys, first cars, you're gonna learn a lot, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, just wanted to let you guys know we will be talking about cars now and then, because I think cars spoil your mood every day. Like owning a car, you're okay for like a better 2 months, then something happens, you get a chip on your windshield out of nowhere. And I was like, oh yeah, but you have insurance. It's like, bro, I don't want to go through the admin. Again, I have shits due, and I must drive all the way.
It's the older you get, the more things require admin, and the more calls you're gonna be taking, fighting with people. On the phone, waiting at the telemarketer, waiting for this guy to put you on.
Bro,
like the more and if adulthood never came with all of some of these things, I think, you know, it'll be reasonable.
This is why when you're rich, you pay people to do this.
Exactly.
This is why this could be, like, why should I do that?
People ask me why I don't have a passport. I just don't want to go to Home Affairs. Can I be honest? And now
I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm not gonna say on my day off, oh, you know what I feel like doing today?
Getting a passport.
A passport that I'm not gonna use.
Okay, that's me though.
You see what I'm saying? So I always say the day I'll get a passport is the day when the nigga is telling me, yo, we need to get out of the country. No.
The thing is that's happened to me.
Yeah.
And
but also you can't, I can't tell you short notice of getting out of the country.
No, the nigga told me and I didn't believe him. And then he was like, yo, bro, we need the thing is. And I'm like, yo, nigga, you were serious?
I'm funny, you need a stamp on your passport.
Yo, I do, man. It's just like you guys need to get it.
Lesotho's not that far from here.
Yeah, and it's perfect time to go for some skiing.
What skiing, nigga? You just go there, pass the border and come back. You know how much that shit is gonna be? At least get a stamp.
Yeah, fair.
Say Lesotho.
Fair. But yeah, man, I would love to get do some skiing there.
Yeah, that's the only place you can do. And I didn't even know this. I only saw it on a TikTok where a guy was snowboarding with that blanket. I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like there's this thing I've really recently, as I started like exercising a lot more in the gym now, and I watched Invincible. So every time I'm in the gym, right? This is where I feel like this is like the Super Saiyan part where Goku's getting his ass whipped, you understand? But now you're getting whipped by the Insimbis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in your heart, you're like...
You're training for...
Yeah.
The world.
So obviously, the braids, I'm growing the braids, right? And then now the braids are starting to... they're starting to look like... I told my wife, it's like when someone looks at you, they should be able to picture you like... Oh, I can see that nigga on Invincible. Oh, I can see this nigga in the game. Think about it. Think. I know. I think really stupid, right? Think about it.
Wait, it's not that, bro. It's just I don't understand why a game character. I understand.
Wait, bro. Shout out. There's a game that I actually been planning to review. Bro,
right? People don't play games like that.
Yeah, but there was a game that a fan made of Invincible. I wonder what he did.
We're on Roblox.
No, an actual one with the flying. You know, Invincible fights are fire. It's like Dragon Ball. Budget. Yeah. So for me, why would I not want to be a nigga looking cool as fuck in an anime or in Invincible? I hope I'm not Actually, while we're talking about Invincible, my nigga. Shout out to what's that nigga's name? The one I sent you, Zapoof or whatever. Zafar or something.
Yeah, it's PH.
Can we talk about? I know everyone here might not know, but let me say this: in Invincible, the difference between all the other superheroes is that in Invincible, for some reason, them pedestrians are going through the most, man.
Yo, no.
Like, they just murdered him.
But I feel like...
nigga.
No, I feel like also in a lot of superheroes...
They don't focus on that.
No, they did. In Marvel, Civil War, the reason why they were beefing was because this so-called hero X
Yeah,
are causing niggas to die.
But you know what I think? I think with me, let me say that when you're saying it like that.
The only thing I would say that in Invincible that is crazy, I swear to God, this is the only superhero thing I've ever seen where the villains are so strong. Like even the weakest. I remember the Lizard King. You know I was like, what the hell is that, bro?
No, but Mark doesn't make any sense sometimes.
They wiped out the
that nigga don't make sense sometimes, bro.
Guys, these are spoilers, man. These are spoilers. This is not, guys. Check out Invincible. Whoever.
Shout out.
Just plug you, man. That's one of the best animated.
But like, you get my point. Right, so when I'm like in the gym, it's like I often think about like even when we spoke about Shaka and stuff, and I'm like, man, even when they throw us, or even our forefathers, they were being thrown us, you looked like you had a mafioso. Now look at your ass, nigga. Clean ass cut, thinking you better than everybody else.
What, nigga? I think I just look way better with this cut. I don't know what hairstyle I can.
You don't remember your dreadlock phase, bro?
Yeah, I had dreadlocks, but now my wife told me that.
So it's just like, no.
I can never.
Mine is like, it's weird because like with me, it's like when we look at pictures with me in this hair, it's like I'm a whole different person. So everyone's like, because like there was this argument at work. Someone didn't think people think I can't pull off a chest cop. Guys telling me in the comments if I can't pull a chest cop. And you know, I look normal in the chest cop.
You know what you must do? You must edit a picture of you with the chest cop.
Nigga, where am I gonna find a chest cop? I've never had a chest cop as an adult. I've had like a fine brush. I don't think
come on, man. I mean, a fine brush.
But
your hairline is just gonna look like
it looks like
you're bald. So,
but you're forgetting like at that time I looked quite different. You're forgetting that my face kind of changed, so it makes me look very different, I will admit. 2 years ago, and there's
what you are now.
Yeah,
same.
And it's not like I do it on purpose, and it's not like you see it, you're just like, oh my God, what?
I need to retake my ID photo.
you.
No, my ID photo it's actually becoming a problem. Like there are moments where people are doubting if this is the same human being, and I'm like, no, this is getting out of. But no, bro, I look like a whole bro. Like if I could just put my ID, I'll send you the picture. You just edit.
So yeah, man. I just like I feel like sometimes it's for me. It's like, bro, you gotta ride that hair until
it starts.
And then once you're like, I just got boom.
Who's that comedian? That new comedian who has, you know, dreads niggas. You know, they never think that one day you'll be balding and the dreads.
Yeah.
And you know these niggas are stubborn. They don't want to cut the dreads.
You know what happens usually?
Now
you know what I think, and I'm not sure. Maybe someone will look at the science of it. But like I heard that when you do like straight backs, because remember a lot of people with locks usually pull.
I've heard this. Yeah.
But hey, man.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if your hair's gonna recede, I just feel like it's gonna recede.
Hey, yo, it's finito, man.
Yeah,
you just gotta start.
Nothing.
You know what you start doing? You need to start conditioning niggas. Once you start knowing, just cut or brush. Hey, man, you know, I'm just trying to buzz cut. You just start conditioning them slowly.
Because I feel like every bald guy I've met, they always say the same story.
What?
I used to have cornrows, you know that?
They always start with the longest hair.
They always start with the hairstyle that you knew that required. Of course.
Wow, man.
Bro. I feel like for me, it's better when your hair just thins when you're young. You know that this is my look. I don't have to force it. You know when you're hitting your 35, like if you just start hitting, I feel like I'll go like, life's already smacking.
But I feel like I'm rude. I actually didn't ask you how you're doing.
Oh, how am I doing, man?
Actually,
we didn't start the pod like that.
I guess this is your fake episode is, your fake ass. Oh yeah, people are just having a conversation before we do the intro. You see what happened,
bro? Do you know how long we were talking before we click record, bro?
Fair. But so how you doing though? How you doing, man?
Oh man, I feel like I'm feeling the same that I was feeling last week.
I don't think we did that.
No, we did last week.
We did?
Yeah. I'm feeling the same I was feeling last week, man. I just been thinking a lot about money.
Oh yeah,
getting my stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that doesn't change, and I feel like I'm not the only individual that feels this way. I'm not special. I feel like everyone. I feel like,
hey man, I think it hits different.
No, I feel like in my case, if I'm being quite honest,
Mm-hmm.
I've never appreciated my life more
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, I went on a nice, splurgy date with the wife this weekend. Usually back in the days we would go out, but would be modest with the outing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now this
what
time,
about the time we all went to Harties though?
that was modest.
Was that nigga?
That was modest.
First of all, you're not looking at the petrol for us to get.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we still had to still pay for the food and tip the waiter.
Yeah, still was modest, bro. Like I feel like when I went out with my wife, it was like it's like whatever you want, whatever you're feeling, just get it.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't just maybe buy a game or something?
No, most definitely I could have bought a game, but that's the thing. It's an outing, right? And you know why I'm considering myself as lucky is that after we paid the bill, which I'm not gonna disclose, right? I thought to myself, there's brothers out here. And this, you see how cold it is now? Going out on a date because you met this chick on Tinder, right? And you must remember, we stay in a day and age where immediately when you start pinching your pocket, you are scared of those words, broke nigga. So you're like, hey, baby girl.
There's this study that was actually when you're talking about this, right? It's saying, and it's a good correlation, right? It's saying the peakness of dating apps is because people are broke. Because remember, before dating apps, right? I meet you and I gotta finesse you. I gotta talk to you. I gotta take you on a date. Now it's like I hit you up. Now it's not even necessarily I hit you up in a DM. I know what you want. You know what I want.
Yeah, but that's for you talking about. Honestly, you're talking about like the 10% of
10%.
People. No. Let me even say that you're talking about like.
Okay, I'm talking about our generation.
You're taking not even in our generation. You're talking about the 10%. You're talking about the guy who looks like he can. You're talking about bro. I'm being genuine.
I believe
for you right now
fair.
is that I have to take this girl out on a date. That was my thing. I have to take with the money that I paid, like the money we paid for that outing. I'm thinking I could have done this. When you're single, for somebody who then goes back home and says, yo, that date was crap.
I think back in uni.
And I just lost almost, bro, that's
back in uni,
money,
for me, it's like if I really fucks with you, I bought you McDonald's.
Yeah, say Burger King, boy. So I know, you going somewhere here.
My wife is my wife now.
You going somewhere here. We are cooking here. Like, and niggas used to throw shade, but I'm like, bro.
But like I'm a student, bro.
But even now, you saying you're a student, just being a normal nigga, bro. Imagine paying. Let's be honest. A genuine date where the girl can get whatever she wants is gonna cost you more than 1,000 rand.
Damn, man.
And then it'll cost you less than 1,000 rand if you that guy when they ask what do you want, he's like, I'm really not even feeling that hungry. You know what, Carl? I'll just get a burger.
Need to. I feel like we're very biased in this. We're very biased.
What?
Because I feel like one of our single niggas needs to come here and disclose and give us a file, man. I've been out of the street.
You're right,
know what
bro.
I mean? Because I feel like
we need an agent in the
I feel like I'm like Tyrese hating on the younger generation with little Tay Tay and stuff. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up. So like now I'm gonna be saying.
No, I'm just saying the reason I brought it up was just because like I was just in my own personal experience, and I'm thinking. This is why niggas end up just saying, you know what, man, I don't want bitches. Because now you're thinking to yourself, I spend like $1,000.
I don't know, but
you make money. I have a car.
But I've picked up on this thing. I don't know if it's true. People will tell me. But like I've picked up on a whole lot of niggas talking about getting like they not even on.
Yeah,
they're like, yo, dog, I need to get money first.
I was at Ego's dispensary there now. And I was just talking to this young nigga, he studied. And bro, he said it so nice. And I'm like, nah, man, this young nigga is saying bars. And this is what our parents have been telling us for a long time. So, hey, bro, how can I be focusing on a woman when I need to get my money up? You know what I mean?
Oh.
I need to get my money up first, and then I worry about the bitches, you know? And I'm like, yo, man. Hey,
He lying, though.
But he's not lying.
Yeah, but he's right.
Like, honestly, I'm happy that my wife decided to be with me. I'm happy she wanted to marry me. Because honestly, you were just you were not offering much. You were not offering much. Every date you took her out on, probably no.
She just loved you.
The thing was, I was making my own peace, so it never played on you. But
nigga, that time we cannot say part-time jobs we did in university was peace, bro. Because
it was so much. It's more peace.
No,
than I feel
it was peace because you're forgetting you had a bursary.
The city is paying for your stuff,
and then you get catering everything else, and then those extra cash is
for you.
You just eating.
But for 5,000, when you are a young, now I'm fine. Yeah,
dog.
You have expenses.
Like for me, if someone even came now and be like, "Here's 5,000," I'll be like, thank you. Fuck am I gonna do with this? That's how being an adult is. Oh, I really appreciate it. It's like, I can't even buy an Apple Watch. Nigga, what? Pay what? What is that gonna do to the car?
It's not gonna do nothing. But it helps.
At least it's 2 months of insurance. You know
what I'm saying? That's good. That can
oh my God, this is so sad. This is us now. Like $5,000. I remember getting that at like during COVID because of like UIF when I worked at Starbucks.
Yeah.
And like, yo, man, that shit was thick. You know what I mean?
But you see, niggas might criticize us and say, even though we are complaining about money, then they will say, why did you get married? That's where my argument comes. I feel like I'm in a better situation because I have a partner and, you know, we have a partnership going on. Like I just stipulated, if I was running this whole thing, gunman, Bafo.
And looks can only get you far.
It can only get you far, but it can only get you so. And the thing is that, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same, bro. And I was like, I'm like, bro, why are you going to the club? Like, I started thinking even when I was a uni student, what the hell was I doing there with no money, nigga?
Sometimes I'm like, you know what even hurts, man? Is when like, when you were applying and you're like, you know what? Maybe all I had to do was sit in my room, study. And yo, guys, and I'm not gonna lie, man.
What difference is that gonna make?
But like, people don't. No. There were times where you were like, "I'm going to pay for what I'm doing now, and it's gonna be hard to pay for what I'm doing now, where I'm supposed to be studying." And you're like, bro, all I gotta do is go into my goddamn room, study, and not do anything else, and I should be fine, right? And it's like, bro. It's like sometimes when you're looking at it, it's like you thinking that when I was in grade 1, I would have obviously killed. If I go to grade 1 now, I can screw up. You're like, yeah, it's the same thing with uni. You're like, you know, if I had my head screwed on, you know, this is all I would say to my brothers out there.
Bro, you should just be glad that you finished.
Yeah, I did.
You know, the ones that hit the most. And it's gonna hit. And I always say this. And my mom, you know, let me tell you something. A thing about me, nah, I can be like a delinquent here and there. But there are certain things where I know that it can really come back at you because you know life hits. Now you're 35. You start thinking about the time, like, because you hear these, especially like conversations with women, right? Where women, you know, became a housewife. You know, she left her. She left school because something happened, and then now she's in a situation because life does happen.
Yeah,
and you don't have that one thing that you could have leaned on. You know what I mean? And you start thinking about, I used to be such a great student, and then I met, you know, this is
yeah, man. That's always my biggest. Like, I wouldn't lie, man. Half of the time, I'm not gonna lie to anyone out there. Like, so just. On a different note, according to my medical aid, I need to calm down. I think these are the reasons. I have the physicality of a 31-year-old.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, I think it was because
did you do a physical?
I did.
How can you have a 31-year-old?
I think it was the stress, and I work out a lot. I think it was genuinely the stress. I think it was the stress.
Oh,
and
you must
also
get
it
a
was the
second
stress.
opinion.
No.
They just want to charge you more. But
No,
what?
no, it was the discovery. It's a health check. You do all your cholesterol and you do all that stuff.
31!
But to be fair,
Nigga, you're the healthiest nigga I did.
No,
What is it gonna say about me?
Wait, remember, these things are also influenced by a lot of it is stress. Like, I don't think people realize that
Stress does age you.
Fucks first effort. Fucks your second. Your whole stress thing up. And also, I'm addicted to Oreos. So that's not great. And then
Bro,
also
that's small.
No, wait. And also, I realize my fruit intake can be better because it asks you.
I feel the same, even with vegetables.
So it's obviously gonna do it. But I will say, you see the stress that it's starting to make sense. We've been talking about bread, man. That sounds like a 31-year-old bread. You know what I'm saying?
Then it's not worth it, man. I can't be aging like that, bro. I can't be aging like that. I can't be 31.
Like, you shouldn't take it right now. So he's like,
I would not take it.
And so obviously, what were we talking about when I said I'm 31 now? I forgot.
Your health check, isn't what we're talking about? We're just talking about basically. I even forgot what you were talking about. Yeah.
Besides that, so
I think that just calls us to do the tweets, man.
So man. Just guys. I think we need to go back to the psychedelic era in the 70s, right? But with less STDs. No, listen to me.
People are unemployed.
I know exactly. I think that's why we need to actually search, because I think the unemployment was the one that peaked. But let me cook.
What?
Because I think that's why those niggas. Let me cook. See, if we all start farms, right? Okay, I'm joking.
What farms?
No, yeah, actually, no. Apparently, I kind you forgot that we just go around taking that shit so easily.
Who?
South Africa. Yeah. You forgot. Yeah, man. How can I forget that?
Apparently.
You know, but go to the tweets.
But anyways, yes, man, we're moving on off. I even forgot what we call this thing. But anyways, Lou Guy says the fact that humans are the only mammals that drink milk beyond infancy, and they take said milk from another species, has to be one of the strangest habits we don't take notice of. I feel like this is just
No, that's actually...
Nah.
So, wait. There's a way to look at this milk thing, right? Because apparently, I get people who are lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
It means that apparently your ancestry, the ones who decided that you could milk a cow and have milk, developed that immune to that lactose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm assuming this guy's saying, I'm thinking that milk wasn't always that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas didn't always drink milk. That's what I'm assuming.
I think they have a valid point, because now if you think about hunter-gatherers, yeah, how did you... They didn't have livestock. Were they catching springbok and then just milking them for vibes quickly?
Springbok milk.
So they had to... I think, no, it's when society has changed. But I think maybe you're right in terms of...
I've watched that.
But I think that you can't say...
You can't call
it's a weird habit. We are the only species that has the reasoning and the mind to
Actually, you never know. I think you shouldn't do that, man. What I learned about animals is so much things we don't know about animals, because we're trying to fucking blast rockets into space. We're so focused about going to other planets, we just barely understand the shit going on planet Earth.
Niggas wanna go to Mars, still don't understand this Mars.
Yeah, go to the next tweet, bro.
And then these people are asking him like it's a
so of course now I can't say for certain, but you find there are other mammals who do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Science is weird.
Science is weird, man. Alright. This one says register your number to the NT marketing website so they can those calls can stop. Bro, can I be honest with you? I didn't even know this. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna look it up. I am getting way too many calls. I even downloaded Truecaller.
I keep on downloading it and deleting it.
And you know what's the worst one? Where they don't even want to talk to you. They don't even talk to you. Just kalabo. Hi.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Bro.
it's like this reporting.
And that time
If you're
life.
Shafi, and you're like, wait, hold up. Why would I? It's like AI has gotten better, and this is the best you can come up with.
Nah, bro, it's offensive, bro. And it says that you're
I think it's
BSer.
worse. Let me tell you when it's worse. These
Yeah.
calls, and they annoy you. Is when you're applying and you're seeing 0102 and you're like,
And then it says, hi.
hi.
Have you ever thought about selling yourself? I'm like,
Yeah.
bro.
Because you seen this 01 and you're like, oh, this is good. This could be the call. This is the one. This is the saddest one, bro.
This tweet says from Trav, Tokyo Trav, just blocked someone on WhatsApp. They've had 3 bad days this week. It's Wednesday. Do you get it?
No.
See, you know, people put on their statuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, having a bad week, having a bad day.
Yeah.
This nigga just saw that, no, this nigga's having such a bad day. Just blocked him, just canceled that toxicness out of his life.
I feel like, do you know what I think what this person said? And I think Twitter is known for this, right? When I used to be a Twitter, when you ask, why would you tweet that? Do you know how many times when we were using Twitter during COVID, I'm like, whoa, like a dawn on reality is like, nah, boy. Now this shit you're about to type here, this is not gonna go well.
And then you delete it. Yeah.
So I think he's right. Like, man, niggas.
No, sometimes life will smack you so hard. You'll want to ask, even you don't know where to have this outlet. Like I said, at least I can at least have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would just call my wife randomly while I'm at work when I feel like I'm just like, yo, babe.
You know which one we should actually run an experiment on?
Yeah.
Let's see because people always just go on ChatGPT to ask for something.
Yeah.
Let's see if you go on ChatGPT and say, hey, yo, bro, I don't want nothing, man. But I just listen to me and you just stop typing.
You know that thing is gonna listen to you, bro. It's gonna tell you.
I know.
And
I know there's other ones, but I want to go onto the ChatGPT one, not an LLM that is using and it's motive. I want to see what, and don't tell it you're like, hey man, I'm just gonna vent to you, and then see what it's gonna say after you've typed all of this. And you know, just on a bit of,
bro, it's gonna tell you to go see a professional.
You know what I also hate about you know what I also hate about human beings?
No,
human beings, you see what I just said? And there are these AI things that people talk to and people will be like, why would you do that? And I'm like, you know, some of you don't understand. This world is like 8 billion people. And there are so many people who they don't deal. You think, oh yeah, everyone has friends, everyone is likable, everyone is at least bearable to look at.
Yeah,
man, it's rough out here, and it sounds like I'm making a joke, but like an OF for it to work, you would think, oh, who would do that? It's like, nigga, for real. There's other people genuinely beggar. It's just not gonna work. And then you're gonna get all these alpha male pills. Just go to the gym. It's like, bruh, some people that's just
and the gym thing, like I always say, bro, I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if I said it on the pod. The gym heavily relies on your genetics.
Dude.
It gets to a point where it's almost ridiculous. Even the bodybuilders that you see that take steroids, the only reason why they even got to a point where they were taking steroids is because they said to them, especially like the IFBF pros, is because they had good genetics.
Fair.
It doesn't matter if you have whack genetics. You might not look the way you think you're gonna look. Sometimes it might take longer. Sometimes it just might not work, bro. Like that's the sad reality.
Yeah.
And that's where now I'm also starting, to feel a bit ashamed for being a notorious fat shamer sometimes.
No, I'm not saying. I say this. Everyone, yes, we will be born physically different and physically maybe, God forbid, when I mean disadvantage, that means no limbs, you're disabled. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that.
You're just a cop in a torso.
Is that possible?
Yes, there was a guy. What's it? He was basically just the head,
Nah.
For real, dog. You know what? You must just pop it up.
No,
I'll send you the image.
I'm searching it. No.
I'll send you. Yeah, you must just put it there so that the viewers can also see what we're talking about.
Nigga, I'm not gonna edit. Vinny edits his videos with so much slick. You should start editing the podcast.
Nah, bro. No. Bro.
Even does it on the phone.
It's
Shit,
1 minute. You imagine editing for
exactly. And you're always giving me crap,
crazy, bro.
Guys,
I don't even know how we're gonna fix this part
with head only.
And it's an old picture, and they are probably even new.
There is no way. Okay, now it's not showing me. The only one I see is a guy with a flat head on the top.
Yeah, but you must say.
I feel like, you know what?
Head and torso.
No, only. I think I'm too invested in this. I should have never listened to you. I'm not gonna get it. Why am I getting invested in this? Just go to the next tweet. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this.
This has to be our last tweet because I feel like I'm unable because already. Okay, Red Bull is nice, but it's financially. This person meant to say unsustainable. I can't be spending 40 Rand on an energy drink. I agree with Fana. That's why I drink Dragon.
No.
I want to be sponsored by Dragon, man. Dragon.
Shout out, Switch, man. Nigga.
Switch. Shout out to Switch. But I feel like Dragon has that mutlakas.
Okay, let me be as a guy who
there's the electricity.
Who usually only drinks.
You see that to fuck sweet Dragon drinks into Eskom's generators.
All of them, right? Let me say this. All energy drinks have an energy drink taste, right?
Yeah.
And then you just get a Red Bull. This Red Bull, no one has.
Bro, Red Bull tastes like an energy drink. That's why we all know how an energy drink tastes like.
All of them just basically, it's like, what would I say? All of them basically fumbled and started making their own tastes to it. But nigga, if Red Bull wasn't that great, then why do people dash with it and not dash with Dragon?
Bro, I feel like Red Bull is PR, bro.
It's fair. I feel like Red Bull and remember PR, Red Bull is like, they don't actually make money from those drinks. They own soccer clubs and stuff.
I think all energy drinks,
I drink Red Bull.
I feel like all energy drinks don't make money from selling.
No. Yeah, of course now, but there are other ones that don't have sponsors.
Like what?
Burn.
Huh?
Burn. Oh my god.
At work they'll call it Ben. I get to the niggas were roasting me because I said bird. I think I told this on the pod.
I don't think. I think you just told me.
No, so at work, one of the owners was like, "Yeah, man, I think we're talking about energy drinks."
Yeah,
and he's like, "I'm funny. You know which one hits hard?" He's like, Ben, and then I'm like, Ben. I'm like, which one is that, bro?
So you think about BEN?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he says to me, no, man, you'll know it, right? It even has a flame on it. Then I'm like, burn! He's like, yeah, burn. Now at work all the time, they're like, yeah, Mr. Burn. I'm like, bro, this nigga said Ben.
It's a private school education.
No, it's not private school education. That nigga said Ben. Anyone would have been confused.
But do you see my thing?
Yeah.
Because let me say this. There's always something, even with a Monster, because Monster's obviously the second best, right?
No, but I feel like Monster, the original flavor for me, is not the one.
So
I'm not gonna lie to you. The other flavors that they make now,
I've actually never drank them. I always drink
bro, there's this one, I don't even know the name. It's like a peaches can, almost pink, but not pink, not the pink one. This one is almost pink, but it's not pink yet. So that one bangs,
bro. So for me, I buy Red Bull. There's two things why I like Red Bull, even though it's expensive. I think Red Bull is the only one that forces you to have less of that sugar and less of that thing. Because for example, what do you call this? A Dragon is 13 to 15 Rand, right? My nigga, do you know how much? There's moments, remember how many times I'll come in here, I'm like, hey man, help me finish this thing.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes someone will be like, you know what? At least... And it sounds like I'm advocating a Red Bull. We know you sponsor everything, even sponsoring ciphers and shit. So
let us be the first pod to the Red Bull sponsor.
I got no business switch.
I think this is my class. You guys bump me up. if MacGyver
This is a
could
nigga
get
recording with an iPhone 16.
if MacG could get a sponsored by a car dealership when
He
that
got a
nigga,
sponsor.
by a car dealership, like an expensive one, then MacG is a penny pincher. That nigga doesn't play with luxury. And shout out, they actually gave it to him, so that's what I'm saying.
So
we can also get a Red Bull sponsor.
So with the Red Bull, what I like about it is just that only in that moment where you're like, I'm doing too much.
But Red Bull is making money from their drinks. Them niggas are
No, they do. But remember,
bro.
they have soccer clubs. They do so many other things.
Yeah.
They are a marketing beast, man.
Yeah,
Shout out, because I think a lot of people don't understand that it's never really about.
It's part of the culture. I think that's.
Oh yeah, now they made it some.
Imprinted itself in
man, like
various cultures. It's not just one. It's in hip hop.
So
it's in skating. It's in,
that's what I'm saying. Even
football,
Monster does the exact same thing.
Yeah, you're
Shout
right.
out to Switch for also now starting to just do their own thing, even though I don't drink them. But like, I get fascinated with that stuff. The product placements now, you just see creeping up. You're like, hey man, where did you come from?
That's how you do it, man. But anyways, guys, this has been Third Avenue. And please excuse the technical issues that you might experience
This nigga
during this pod. But
it was the little combo beat of yours.
Hey man, it's the Locombo. I was going way too hard. Probably switched something off.
I told you that we shouldn't.
Now you just hating because I was killing it, bro.
Ain't nobody gonna hear that.
Anyways, guys, this. Anyways, man,
you just sound like
I'm fine, yo, fine.
Anyway, guys, and this has been Third Avenue, aka